Good evening, good afternoon, whoever you find yourselves in this weird, wild, wacky world of ours, and welcome to the exciting installment of Dance in Dublin. This evening's scene, much like its predecessor, takes place in the centre of Dublin City, just to the north, in a park called Harold's Cross. It's a rather pleasant place where families would come to picnic on one of those pleasant summer afternoons. However, inside its corrugated iron fence today, you will see men and women of all different walks of life, some of them dressed in Asian martial arts gis, others yet dressed in African burqa. It is very complicated, the mix and the malaise of different people, different spoken languages. You will also see fantastical creatures that meld and twist their way amongst the assembled. You will see snakes with two heads that have perfect conversations in Swahili, whereas you will also see dressed in elaborate suits with small fez hats seated upon their heads. Here, in the land of possibilities, anything is possible. Outside the corrugated iron fence, the people of Dublin go about their day-to-day lives as if nothing was wrong, as if there was not this cavalcade of strangeness that lurked inches away from them, of which they seem to be blessedly oblivious. Different magi from across the world gathered at the tradition's call in order to fight back against the evils of the canticle lamentation, in order to rescue those who have been taken from us. The meeting point has been set at a large grassy knoll, roughly about halfway through the park. It has been sent to all of you. You will all know where to go. I will allow you all to do your own introductions and to mill about and have a conversation with one another before we begin. I will be stepping away for a few moments, so please feel free to role play amongst yourselves. Bear in mind, you are about to enter a field of uncertainty. You do not know who amongst you, the friends that you made and the bonds that you forged.
Well, Daniela's kind of walked upon this little gathering of magi. She has her typical hoodie and black jacket getup with some baggy pants and some running shoes. She's got and she's also seems to have like a hockey bag, which you assume has all sorts of supplies on the inside. She takes a stand near the fence, crosses her arms, and awaits to see who enters the area.
Eric will make his appearance, and he's carrying a doctor's bag. From a cursory glance, it seems to be like absolutely loaded to the brink with stuff. He has stocked up well for tonight because he has a feeling that things might not go according to plan, and it's better to be prepared than to be caught unaware. So he will. He has a determined look on his face. He's still friendly. He still has smiles at the people gathered, but he knows that they're probably going into trouble, and he's prepared for it.
Rupert is not wearing his usual suits or.
You're very quiet, Nathan.
Is that better?
Yeah, a little bit better.
Okay. Rupert is not wearing his usual suits or legal attire, but is dressed in black leathers. He's carrying a cane, which you might well surmise this is some kind of sword cane. He's looking contemplative of the heavy work, the matter ahead. He's certainly not looking happy about it, but quietly reflective and is possibly standing hands clasped in thought.
Jinx is here. She looks very not the usual carefree, ever real personality that she gives to the outside world. Today she looks rather serious and pensive, as if she has a lot of nervous energy. She wants to get out before, she kind of bursts. Maybe even on what could be only assumed is a small caffeine high. She will wave to the people she recognizes.
Daniela will wave back. Gives her a nod.
Ashley enters. She looks, in contrast to Jinx, in particular for those of you who have met her before, she looks at the same time both grim and bursting with energy, ready to boil over into something explosive. As set and grim as her face appears, she is bouncing on the balls of her feet. She is loudly snapping some kind of chewing gum. At the same time, she has a cigarette hanging from the corner of her mouth. And her face, you can see she's painted with white eyeliner, a design resembling the Eye of Horus around both of her eyes.
Isaac Blanche will go ahead and appear on the scene. He seems to go ahead and be garbed in a very, very traditional convenience store clerk garb. It's very, very traditional in that there is the big S over the white breast to go ahead and denote that this is specifically from Smart Mart. Shop smarter. It's actually the logo right there, the little tagline, Shop Smarter, right there. Above that S actually happens to be a name tag that goes ahead and denotes him as one Isaac Blanche, and he is happy to see you today. He truly is happy to see you today, if you go ahead and believe the sticker. His face betrays all of that fucking nonsense. He is pretty much disinterested in what is going on. He seems to go ahead and mechanically go through the motions as if there's no animate spirit behind it all. But in his left hand, he seems to go ahead and carry a six ring, a plastic six ring with one last can of presumably beer, presumably from the Smart Mart. And over his other shoulder happens to be a rather big bag with a baseball bat sprouting out of it.
Striding up onto the top of the grassy knoll, for those of you who have met her, those of you who have not, you will see a beautiful woman dressed in white military attire. Her hair is similarly bone white. Her eyes are as golden as they are pictured, and they flick around the gathered malaise of people with an almost predatory stare. And she will say, in a voice that has been clearly enhanced, because even though you can tell she's not shouting, it still carries over the 100 or so mass of people without difficulty, though once again you cannot see her straining to do so. All right, I'm going to make this abundantly clear. Most of you know me, some of you don't. My name is Magister Alexandre Denofrier. Sorry, one second. There we go. My name is Magister Alexandre Denofrier. Wow, fuck my chest. 1 second. Sorry, yeah. Bonnie Flambeau of the Order of Hermes. I've been given the task of organizing this shit show. So, with that in mind, I'm going to look at all of you and I'm going to say, today, all, categorically, and without failure, to be human beings first and combatants second. Should any of you openly execute anyone who has already surrendered, you will answer to me. Do I make myself abundantly clear? There's the kind of a general kind of yes,
Daniel,
like talking to teacher. Right. Okay. With that in mind, you're going to be split into groups. A and B, shall we call them, for simple ease. She denotes a section, and as a matter of fact, a small light shines from the ground, kind of splitting. And she says, everyone here, yes, believe it or not, that there is method to our madness. Everyone here will be denoted Group A. The much smaller group, which all of you are part of, you guessed there's only about 20 of you. You are Group B. Can you please move and extricate yourselves so that you are standing a clearly denotable distance from one another? Thank you. She kind of waits for people to do so.
Scoot, 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 scoot.
Waddle, waddle,
Isaac
waddle.
is very much part of being the B team, the alternative, the one that's now expected to go ahead and make it. So he just goes ahead and scoots on over.
Eric follows suit as well. He looks a little bit more pleased now that, like, after her "Don't kill prisoners" speech.
Right.
And,
okay.
Rick, after he was
Rick,
since I didn't intro, Rick, after he's finished talking with some people in what look like Catholic robes, he just sort of finishes up his conversation, nods to him, and walks over to where he's indicated to be.
Right, okay. So, Group A, your task is simple. You will breach the outer defenses so that we can make our great thrust towards the citadel. Now, I emphasize this. We have been practically unable to scout, with a couple of exceptions, the interior of the enemy stronghold that they have constructed in the Umbra. So, we do not know what we are facing. You will need to be on your toes. We do not know what is in there. However, we know that a great amount of magical energy has been pooling there. Take that as you will. Group B, you will be assigned to a special detachment. You have one task and one task only. We have heard on the good information that there are still at least 20 non-Catholic choristers who are being kept as prisoners by the canticles. Your task is simple. You are to liberate them. We have made adequate preparation so that you will be delivered with as you hasten to the prisons, to the area denoted as the possible. Now then, her golden eyes scan the... Does anyone have any questions?
Ashley raises her hand.
Yes, exact factoid.
What's our extraction plan?
Right, I tell you what. She's down at her watch, and you can kind of see she's clearly timing something. Right, okay. The portal, the primary portal, is due to open in about 30 seconds. It will be over there. She will point towards a large fountain some 500 meters away. What will happen is I will lead you through. Team B, you will receive your briefing from someone who is not me in regards to your extraction plan and indeed your infiltration plan. That sound good?
Yes.
Rightio then. Group A, please. Right, you'll see her countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The air just in front of the fountain shimmers and ripples for a few moments before a deep tear. You can almost hear the fabric of reality rend itself in two as a deep gash is carved into reality that seems to spark with green lightning for a handful of seconds before the distortion settles itself. And you see a huge gateway looming open, on the other side of which, for any of you who have seen it or have been there before, the spirit realm awaits. D'Onofrio simply shrugs before she moves herself to the head of Group A and says, right, we don't have all day kidding on your toes. And she will start to casually sprint. She'll start to casually sprint. At which point you guys will hear from just off to the right-hand side of you, what I will lovingly refer to in this particular situation as the sound of curmudgeoning. So it's going to be like this. I wake up today, I had a nice breakfast, and now I apparently have to go and watch a whole bunch of people go and kill themselves for some kind of perceived greater good. I didn't think that would be Sunday, but by God, today is Sunday.
Suppose it is, Rabbi.
Good to see you again, sir.
Good to see you.
Eric nods politely and smiles. I don't think he's met him before, but he likes him already.
All right. Hello. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Rabbi Shmuel. If you've got any jokes about the name, you can please get them out of your system now. My favorite being Rabbi Shmuley, Rabbi Shmulky, and Rabbi Shmoozly. Good out of our system.
Isaac will go ahead and make a mental note to make a joke about Rabbi Smoothie, Rabbi Slurpee, and if the rabbi is currently scanning his mind, he will go ahead and get those two concepts very, very clear.
He will very casually, without like forethought, smack Isaac over the back of the head, just like.
He is indeed smack. It is loud, painful, and slightly wet.
Oh.
What the hell kind of product do you use in your hair? Wait. Ugh. Ugh.
That's the grease from the grease trap, sir. He goes ahead and tries to salute, and goes ahead and manages to hit his head with the last beer can.
No one has anything super wacky in their aura, other than, particularly in their mental aura, other than what they've their emotional state. I don't think anyone's got anything super funky. Nope. That's your spit. That's your soul, not your aura.
Making sure.
Calm, like.
Just as a point of order, what's in Rick's head is the name that I gave you previously. It's like he kind of reminds me of that.
He will say, so, for those of you who don't know of the Celestial Chorus, yes, we're still alive, yes, we still exist, and no, you cannot have a t-shirt. Good, right. I'm leading this Papishka expedition, the ninth circle of hell. No, the Jews don't strictly believe in hell, however, I've seen things, but that's here nor there. So, right.
So what's the plan, Rabbi? How are we going to be infiltrating, and how are we going to be getting out once we got the prisoners?
So, am I still roboting for you? Is it just from?
Yeah, you were roboting a little bit earlier, or quite a bit.
A little bit. Mm-hmm.
I'm still clear. If I'm still audible, there is genuinely fuck all I can do about that. So, meh. Can you guys basically understand me and get the gist?
Yeah, we're getting the gist. If we need clarification, I'm sure we can ask.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically.
Yeah.
For the moment.
Okay, because I've literally got. Hang on, I've got no idea. Give me just a second. I'm going to try and clear it up because I've got no idea what's causing it.
Maybe Hangouts just doesn't like us these days.
That's entirely possible. Hangouts can be. But he'll say, right, so we've arranged certain transportation that's going to get us right to the base. We'll understand your, how do you phrase it, that the complex itself proper has some kind of correspondence shield. However, I've been led to understand my brother, member of the Celestial Chorus, Mateo de Calvorne, for them. So when it is that the Force's shield is cracked to trade the facility from a different perspective than everyone else in order to try and get to their main prison complex. And from what reports we've been able to ascertain, is somewhere on the left back side of the building. So we've managed to negotiate with certain parties, and you can see him grips. There is a visual grips. A safe method of transportation to get there.
And
So,
what is this transportation?
Well, it's one of those moments where it's probably better if you get.
What was that, Evan?
It's one of those things where it's probably better off if you see it.
Fair enough. Then no, we'll just not.
So, with that in mind, kids, I'm sure the gateway, and in that case, we'll step through at your leisure. If you have anything you want to say to your loved ones or any messages you wish to send, now is pretty much be able to do it.
Danielle, probably before she goes in, she's probably just sending a prayer towards her parents. Or just
Go ahead, sir.
to herself, and sending some texts over to those of the collective, and then she'll be heading on through.
There is something that she's sending to somebody. I'm gonna PM it to you. It's important. It might make you chuckle.
Okay, cool. I'm not going to be able to check.
All right, it's fine.
Just before.
Evan, are you still there? Balls.
Whoops. Whale.
Wheel.
Yes. Well, just before he enters as well, Eric will send a quick text message, and then he looks grim but determined as he steps through the portal.
Okay.
And Rick will send a quick note off to his handler if you don't hear from me in 24 hours, you know what to do. And then step through himself.
Isaac's going to go ahead and send a quick message to the Smart Mart manager telling him that he's going to go ahead and take tomorrow off. Most important
But you don't
message.
but you don't have any off days left, is the response.
Seeing as how the head of the virtual
If
Odessa
only I
here.
had intervened. Okay.
My character knows that the head of the virtual adepts is here, right? Like that's Jinx, right?
Yep.
He goes, excuse me, lass. It's something I want to give to you because I can't do fuck all with it.
What's that, huh?
He hands you a cell phone.
Evan? What was I handed?
You were handed a cell phone. However, you will see the fact that when it comes to its memory storage, you will see the fact that rather than having a gigabyte or even rather than having a gigabyte memory limit, it simply has the infinity symbol.
Lol. Okay. She'll just put it in her pocket, like, thank you.
I
Do
don't
you
know
want
what
this
to do
back?
with it. No, you can have it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. She'll slide into her pocket. That's a project for later.
Okay, so as you step through the portal, you guys will be greeted by this image. A ship that is bobbing in midair.
Oh, is that whose ship I think it is?
Yes.
Well. You know, it's somewhat funny. Whenever the non-mystical traditions need something, they just come knocking on old Gravedigger's door. And old Gravedigger's always so happy to be obliging, he is.
I suppose so.
See, spells like that give Englishmen a bad name.
Oh yeah, and you antisocial fuckwit, give us a good name, is it? Also, I'm not English, you categoric numpty.
Don't make me come up there and sort things out.
I just when you come up to my level, you'd need some pretty tall stilts.
You're both beautiful. Can we get on with it then?
He knows I'm prettier than he is.
All right, a gangplank for you. You hear the kind of... As you look up, you will be interested to see the fact that this ship is entirely crewed by corpses who are currently hauling down the gangplank for you.
This is disconcerting, but she won't walk up.
Just a bit.
Eric mumbles something about the Flying Dutchman, but gets onto the ship as well.
No. You see, this isn't the Flying Dutchman. No. This is the Flying Clutchman. He says the fact that there's actually a clutch located next to the captain's wheel.
Isaac, for his part, is going to start to mimic the motions of these animated cadavers.
Oh dear.
Not purposefully,
Strange.
it's just the way he moves.
Strange, Isaac. You feel somewhat at home here. Are these your people?
Yes. Yes. They could all be Smart Mar employees. They could all be.
Wow.
If that one falls overboard, is that bad?
Not really, no. I just get another one.
Thought not.
So, rightio then, kids. My job is simple. I'm here to get you in and out. Needless to say, I'm being paid ridiculously, yes, for the privilege. So, I'm okay. I'm salivating at all. Moving on swiftly. I will deposit you just outside the entranceway, just outside the shield. At which case, I'm led to understand His High Holy Pontificate is about to do something big and proper to crack that shield like an egg. At which point, you guys enter. You find the dungeons, you free the prisoners. We all fly away. Or rather, I fly away, then the rest of you go and link up with the others at the central point before the citadel. Then you're all to invade it together. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that charming? I think it is.
Sounds like a plan.
He sounds like a reasonable facsimile of one.
Oh, dear. Well, you know what they say. All I need is a tall ship and a star to sail by.
No one says that.
They said it in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. That's good enough for me. Do you question the glory and the majesty that is Mr. Gene Wilder? If so, get the fuck off my ship.
What a fine ship you have, sir.
Excellent. Gravedigger will stride up to the captain's wheel, and he'll just kind of nonchalantly throw it to the left, at which point the ship very violently left. You guys will be able to keep your footing, but it is definitely one of those whoa moments. I was not expecting that level of acceleration. Okay.
There's something wrong.
As you guys...
Nothing. I'm mute.
By the way, has the roboting got better, or is it still the same?
Better.
Okay, cool. As you guys sail onwards through the Umbra, you see something very peculiar. You see this building looming up in front of you in the center of a deep gorge. This includes the masked individual, the hooded individuals, and everything. For those of you, any of you who have Martyrs sight on, you'll be able to immediately tell the fact that the building is not made from spiritual ephemera at all. No. The building is in fact made from the materials of the real world. It is clear that the Canticles transported an entire monastery complex from somewhere else into the Umbra in order to serve as their base of operations. Another very disconcerting thing, you will see a huge building very much in the center of the complex. It is very obvious. It has a huge domed roof that has been shattered down so that it only forms half a dome. However, from the center of this point, you guys will come to see, and it is blindingly bright for anyone who has Prime Sight active. Even if you don't have Prime Sight, you actually still see a beam of light, a column of light that goes extend right up into the heavens above you. It seems to be a lance as if to pierce the heart of heaven itself, a beam of prime energy, but more specifically, for those of you who have seen it, or anyone who is currently looking at Mr. Gallo, because he actually resonates with the same energy, a beam of pure faith. In that moment in time, if any of you, but it almost seems as you look at this beam, this magnification of human belief, that God is looking at you from within that stream, and that god finds you very much wanting. Think of it, vengeful god.
Ashley shields her eyes with her hands for a minute, digs a pair of sunglasses out of her bag and puts them on. Because, damn, that's bright.
Danielle will probably just adjust the visual spectrum with her form sight to kind of not make it so blinding. And just kind of just go, damn.
You have never seen such concentrated faith energy before. It is incredible. It is almost overwhelming. On a side note, it's important for him.
What?
Hang on. Austin, do you exist?
I do in fact exist. I apologize.
Austin, you feel things.
I feel things. I'm currently going to go ahead and Isaac, in response to this particular stressor, goes ahead and that final can of beer and starts to fucking chug it. What is he feeling at the moment?
Joy.
Oh God. For some strange reason, my living soul has been reunited with me. How is this possible?
Gravedigger casually turns around and he says, if it helps, you'll forget that this happened in about 20 minutes' time.
Pure, unbridled joy. This is so strange. So very strange.
Evan, do I get an Old Testament feel from the beam? Or more New Testament?
Old Testament, angry god.
Figures.
Angry, vengeful god.
That's all I need.
Eric shields his eyes and puts sunglasses on as well, trying to adjust to the blinding light.
All right. You will become immediately aware, by the way, of another pulsing, much less intense light, of another pulsing golden light that surrounds the exterior of the monastery itself. Anyone who has correspondence sight sees an incredibly powerful ward that surrounds the area. It would be incredibly difficult to penetrate without substantial effort. But he will... Gravedigger will maneuver the ship down, down, down. You will see it until it will eventually touch down onto the ground outside one of the outer walls of the monastery, not far from an outer gate. And he will say, well, by my calculations, now you'll have to forgive me, my math has always been a little bit trite. We should be going in T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. At which point, absolutely nothing happens. He basically just has time to say, oh, for fuck! At which point there is another blinding flash of light. This one, however, comes from a mountainside, slightly raised and elevated above the monastery proper, that smashes into the shield. Basically, it's almost as if a lightning bolt struck a kind of an almost solid watery mass. As it is, the shield cracks and shatters in an incredibly violent display of incredibly powerful magic. The shield itself cracks open in the front, and multitudes of cracks form along its outer exterior. As it is, it loses much of its power. The shield itself cracks in several places, allowing entrance through the shield itself, as you can simply step through one of the apertures that has been formed. Conveniently, or you suspect via planning and forethought, one of the apertures is formed just in front of the gate proper, directly ahead of you, where it is that you believe you must go. Honestly, I'm always off by at least 5 seconds. I need to get myself a fucking new watch.
Daniela just kind of, shakes her head and says, well, hopefully you'll be able to afford a new one with that payment.
Oh yeah, there's that, isn't there? All right, kiddies, off you go to, I don't know, death and adventure, or whatever the fuck it is you people value.
Danielle will
I don't know. Take Isaac with you, otherwise he might, become one of the crew. Brains.
Part of the crew, part of the ship, part of the crew, part of the ship, part of the crew, part of the ship.
Nope, sorry.
Oh, damn it.
Ashley takes him by the shoulder and steers him forward ahead of her. Come on.
He is indeed steered as such.
Danielle begins to disembark.
Owen uses Spirit Sight, Evan, right quick, to see if anybody else came along.
No one else came. There are a number of wraiths on board the ship, but they appear to be working aboard the ship. They just couldn't be seen unless you were looking for them.
Okay, good.
All right. You guys will step down onto the umbral rocky floor of the canyon gorge. Behold, in front of you, there is that great gate. The gate itself is closed, however. So, how is it that you intend to enter this fine, fortified encampment?
Well, I have path of least resistance. So basically, I want to see if I can't use that little route that I have to try and figure out kind of the best, least dangerous route towards where we need to go. Unless basically it's all dangerous, then in which case it's just.
Oh, it's all dangerous.
It's all dangerous. That's fair. So she'll kind of look to everyone and just let's see, how can we go about this? Guess we could just simply.
Well, what are you? Or near the area in some sort of visual capacity to see what's hiding out, just in case something is.
Right. I'm gonna quickly try and activate Prime Sight, Evan.
Okay.
Very briefly. Gonna use some hand gestures along with some visualization to pull it off. And I got 2 successes. So I'll put both of those into duration, and I'll kind of take a look at where there may be where there's if there's any kind of weak spot within the shield that we're kind of headed to, or is the whole thing been taken down?
The shield cracked open. You have a huge aperture that is very easy to step through. The only thing that is physically blocking you at the moment is a wooden door that itself has no prime energy infused into it.
Okay, she says, well, I don't see anything between us. Guess we should just try to stay low and get ourselves in there.
Here's a thought, Evan. Is my computer stuff working? Is my computer stuff working? Because things happen differently in the Umbra. I just want to check to see.
Unfortunately, no, you have no signal here.
So, but case in point, would I still be able to use it for like a focus?
For focus, yeah, but there's, as I said, there's no real internet access here.
All right.
Nobody does anything. Isaac's just going to go ahead and grab a crowbar from his backpack and start to work his magic on the door. And by magic, I mean he's going to fucking pry it open.
Okay. As Isaac goes to pry open the door, you see the fact the door isn't locked. Clearly they thought the amazing shield would be enough to defend them.
Yeah, Isaac will still go ahead and revel in this small unearned victory because he has joy at the moment. He has joy.
Not for nothing. Someone should take point behind just in case someone rolls up behind us. Something that we can't yet see.
I can get that covered. I have landscape of mind.
Okay.
So
And
she'll
does
kind of hold
anybody
up on the back.
want to take point?
Isaac is walking on. He may have heard you talk about points.
She'll look. She'll
Apparently,
sigh.
Isaac already
She'll
has that
turn back to
covered.
Ashley like that. You're fine. Can he handle himself as she continues to walk up behind him? Like,
I have no idea, but I can handle myself, so we're good. And she'll offer Jinx a hand for a fist bump.
she'll sigh, just give the fist bump. Like, I guess this is today then.
If it helps people to go ahead and put their minds at ease, Isaac will be stealthy.
Danielle will try to be stealthy too, although she's with a big group of people, so I'm not sure how that'll work out.
Do you guys want to stealth, or are we just walking in there? This will be the time to let us know, because if half the group is trying to be Naruto and everyone else is just yelling down the hallway.
Evan. Quick question. Can I scan the area immediately around us for signs of life?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I poo-pooped it. I put life side up, so I don't know if I see anything out of the ordinary.
Do I need to make perception awareness or perception alertness, or is it
No,
just
if somebody already has by the way, somebody already has life sight, there's nothing living around you at the moment.
Okay, awesome. So, Ash will nod, but she's not really strolling down the hallway casually. She's not really sneaking either. She's just kind of, okay, not a lot to worry about right now.
Can I get everyone to please make me perception alertness checks, difficulty 7, as you proceed down through the place.
Okay.
I have with Evan. I have 2 extra I have 5 successes within that form set I have. Does that give me any difficulty minuses, or is it just?
That's 5+, Evan.
You have 2 different what, sorry?
Well, I'll let Anthony go first.
I was just gonna say that's 5+ successes, but keep going. What were you saying?
No, I was just saying, like, I have form sight, right? So that allows me to see life, matter, and forces together, and I have 2 extra successes that I need to activate the effect. Does that give any minuses, or?
I'm gonna say, yeah, you can have a minus.
I have sharp senses as a 1, 2. I got 3 successes.
Okay. For the record, you guys needed 3 successes. Okay. So, is anyone else making the check? Cool. Excellent. You guys barely, with the exception of Jinx, to see this just. Oh, there was some. Oh. Okay. Hang on, there's like some wicked reverb. There
I got it.
we go. Thank you. You basically managed to see. One moment, sorry, that just completely threw off my groove. Yep. You managed to basically see this wonderful individual right before he shoots directly at. Let's go with Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo.
Oh, Jesus.
As Marcus will tell you, I love snipers. Yep. Dr. Pilson is getting a shot. Well, you will get the opportunity to dodge because your friends will tell you, for the love of God, dodge. But he's shooting you right in the head.
Gohan!
Dodge!
Well, fuck.
Dex Athletics.
Well, it was nice knowing you guys.
I was going to say, does anyone here have Prime Sight active?
Yes, I do.
The bullet he's shooting is. Have any of you? The bullet he's shooting is a trinket infused with Holy Stroke.
Oh no!
Knew it.
So
It's a bullet. It's a bullet's bullet.
Okay.
So I have entropy. Can I use entropy to aid my roll here? Entropy 2?
Yeah, you can make an entropy roll, and it will lower the difficulty of your roll by 1 per success rolled. Wait,
Yep.
what level of entropy do you have?
Come again, sorry?
Is it entropy 2?
Yeah, it is.
Then yes, you can do that.
3d10. I'm rolling.
If it helps, at this point, the other team are fighting Templar ghosts. Angry Templar ghosts.
What difficulty for the entropy roll?
It's difficulty 5. Minuses.
Yeah, 3 successes.
All right, cool. He has a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes. So that's -3 is 4 successes.
So that didn't do it. Oh, wait, that was the entropy roll, not the dodge roll.
Oh, okay. In that case, it lowers your difficulty by 3 on the dodge roll.
Yeah.
I'll be back in just a second. I just need to take something out of the oven.
Well,
Jesus.
2 successes. It was nice knowing you guys.
Oh
Don't worry. You got this.
It's like Overwatch. It's like you just got widow sniped.
Walk away. Just walk away.
Oh, hey, Adam. I'm about to die.
Can't let down Wanda, man.
A sniper thought he wanted to shoot me. I hate when that happens.
That is a Prime 3 effect, sir.
What does that Holy Stroke actually do?
Oh, that's straight up ag.
Oh fuck!
It's fucking damage.
It's fucking damage.
Now I'm happy I put up that Life 3 effect before the scene started. I might just get a shot at this if I'm lucky.
That's ag for your ag needs.
Yep.
You're losing limbs.
Your quasi crystals are being destroyed.
Yeah. So basically, the standard reinforcing your pattern stuff isn't really gonna do much for me. What?
I mean, see what happens with the dodge, but I recommend, as Nathan's saying, that those with Prime begin unweaving the effect off of the gun.
No, I think the bullet's not the gun.
If it's something that we can track and move and can be done, yeah, totally. Otherwise, y'all are gonna want to cover your ears probably.
Are we covering our ears for the gunshot or covering our ears for the screaming that the doctor's about to do?
No, you're gonna want to cover your ears for the screaming that Ashley's about to do.
Well, I mean, based on how that guy rolls, I might not have time to do a lot of screaming before I get wiped out of existence.
Yeah.
No, don't worry. If you go down, we're grabbing your ass and taking you to cover. You may not be alive. We may be holding around the corpse, but you know, you'll get back home.
I say, did you not have a slipstream up?
What is the slipstream?
It's entropy 2 makes you +3 diff to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, never mind.
Oh, I didn't even know about that.
That would have
if I'd known about it, I would have.
Yeah.
It's a learning experience.
It's cool. Like I had an entropy specialist mage who almost never used slipstream, so
yeah.
She relied on her own physical skills to carry her through battle. And plus the fact that she could heal herself.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it does kind of make sense that they would go after my character first, but
Yes.
I mean,
The doctor's bag.
yeah, exactly. That's a war crime, sirs.
I don't think they give a fuck.
I don't think they do either.
Don't worry. We're gonna get you a new bag that isn't obviously a doctor's bag that you can put all your doctor shit in. It'll be great.
We're just gonna
Danielle
give you
actually has a
some
hockey
new
bag.
clothes. We're gonna give you a bandage. We're gonna kiss it. We're gonna make it better.
It might be a Hello Kitty backpack, and it might be Hello Kitty band-aids.
Oh,
Yeah,
precious! I can just picture it.
We also need a plan to stop the sniper as well.
I've got plans.
It might be initiative, but we'll see what happens. Good lord. Holy hell.
Shall we roll initiative while we're waiting? Because let's face it, it'd probably be useful.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if I recall, Evan said that the guy rolled 7 successes and I rolled 2 on the dodge roll, so at least.
Yeah. Ow.
Yeah.
Sorry, people were asking questions. Sorry. Do forgive me if I eat while I speak.
Oh, no, go ahead.
It's fine.
You would not be the first one to go ahead and commit that sin.
So, what's the question? Or what was the result? Rather?
Well, I got 2 successes on the lower difficulty dodge roll.
Oh, dear.
Honey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, honey.
I will put
Evan,
I decided.
I'm getting flashbacks for the scene that we did with Sunshine. Oh my god.
I'm getting flashbacks to Richard getting murdered by a statue.
That was unfortunate. That was because no one succeeded in their perception roll. Okay. So basically, what will happen is, would anyone like to, in that case, because you saw the bullet coming, I will let one of you, roll a counter spell roll effect of the effect of the Holy Stroke, if you'd like.
Anthony, I think you had the most successes. If that's something you want to do or can do.
I can do that, and I will try.
One other option: can we use a fast cast forces to push the bullet out the way?
You would have to exceed the amount of success to shoot.
Right. I'll see. Yeah. Well, it would help a bit, but no. Okay, fine.
It was 7. He had 7 successes to shoot.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we'd be able to make that reasonably.
Okay. Now.
All right. So.
In theory, you could do that. It would lower the amount of damage he rolls.
Yeah, it would help a bit.
Anything to reduce the damage, I'll go ahead and say.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you want to do the thing you're gonna do, and I'll try to unweave it so his leg doesn't get blown off?
Okay, we'll do that. So I guess that's what forces 2 effect. I'm guessing, Evan.
Yep, forces 2.
Let me think. 5. Okay, spend willpower.
I'll spend a will.
Okay.
Okay, I haven't botched, but I have failed.
Oh. Oh boy.
Well, no, you spent willpower, so you have 1 success.
Boo.
You spent willpower, so you automatically have 1 success.
Yeah, and I rolled 1 success, but I got 2 ones, so I.
Which one are we rolling in? Just so I'm rolling where everybody else is.
Dice roller.
The rolls. ROLS.
Oh, okay. I've been using the Discord thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean we're in the hashtag rolls channel in in Discord.
Oh, that's 2.
Okay.
That's 2 for an unweave.
It's automatic. Okay, it's typically 7 to unweave, and it pretty much stays there.
So it's 1 success.
Okay. Alright, so you desperately try to unweave and bat the bullet away. However, the sniper's shot is apparently incredibly true, even with all of your efforts. So, what will happen is, the doctor will be struck. I will roll the weapon's damage. Unless anyone else has any other bright magical ideas they can go.
If somebody has a life effect, you could probably brace him. I.e., using a life effect to start healing the damage.
So there's that. Actually, would it be mind 2 or mind 3 to go ahead and start dulling his senses to pain?
I don't think pain is going to be the issue here. It would be mind.
It's going to be the missing limb.
I mean, yes.
You already hit the doctor, so I can't do an illusion on the sniper, although I might do that later.
I would be remiss if I didn't go ahead and ask this, but is there any way one of us could go ahead and try to push him out of the way or take the bullet?
Based on the speed of a bullet's trajectory, no. The reason he got to dodge was because people basically shouted, "Get down," or something.
You know what? That's extremely fair. I just wanted to go ahead and ask so that it was not unasked.
No worries.
So
Alright, so you can soak ag damage, can't you, dear?
yes, I can. I put that effect up before the scene.
Wonderbar.
And you had us all worrying.
Well, I mean, I only have 3 dice, so.
Shaking my head, shaking my head.
I mean, it's better than
take-
nothing.
You will take 8 levels of aggravation damage.
Oh boy! And I will soak 2 of them.
You're not dead.
I'm not dead. Assuming it's standard diff, of course, but I guess it is.
He did blow off a sizable chunk of your skull.
Ouch!
Oh dear. All right. Okay. Well, now it's time to start healing.
And if I recall correctly, that's down to, am I incapacitated or crippled? I am.
You took 6 levels,
Yeah.
so you're crippled.
Yeah.
You're crippled and
You have
dazed.
7.
Am I able to do some visualization, some hand gestures akin to Doctor Strange to give that sniper some odd distortion to his like visual hallucinations, simple visual hallucinations to make it harder for him to hit other people?
You can attempt to do so if you'd like.
Are we
Sure.
doing initiative?
What's my
now?
diff?
You can roll initiative if you'd like. He is, however, currently reloading, as the bullet is only 1 round in the chamber.
Oh,
So,
then I'll just
you
take the
also have
pop
to-
shot. Fuck it. Wait.
I was going to say, you have the option of engaging, or you have the option of basically trying to flee into the ruins, whichever you prefer.
I think we can take this guy.
So what's my diff, Evan?
He is supernatural, so it'll be diff 9.
Okay. I'll do a dexterity, and I'll take the first turn to do a dexterity and imagineering roll to help reduce the diff of the ability. So that'll be 5d10. If that's cool, Evan.
You can do that if you'd like, yes.
Well, it's only -1, so it's diff 8.
Okay. So I can heal lethal. I
Can you heal
can't
ag?
heal. No, I cannot heal ag, but I can heal 7 lethal.
He has taken no lethal.
Well,
Hey.
life 3, you can heal Ag. You just need quintessence to heal him.
Yep.
I mean, I can. Actually, no. You know what? I do have quintessence again, so yeah, I can heal 3 of that ag.
All right, you will heal 3 ag. Hurrah!
Yay! Can I do that too?
Yes. Are you guys just staying there in the sniper's field of vision?
I'm gonna take cover, and then I'm gonna shoot the guy in the back of the head.
I have a doorway in front of me. I'm gonna take the
I'm rolling
doorway
initiative
threshold
and
as
not being
cover.
that guy.
By the way, just so that I'm sure, I have just healed 3 ag because Heather was kind enough to do it right.
Yes.
Yes.
Yay! Good. Are we rolling initiatives now, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do things in
Yes.
order.
Yep.
It
Okay.
is this.
Who wants to do the initiative order?
Someone who is not me, because I'm currently eating.
So there's. Let me see if I can try and do it. Isaac. And there's myself. And there's Jinx. And there's.
The sniper's going on a 14, by the way.
So that means. So Sniper. Daniela, Jinx. And then Eric. And then. Nathan. Nathan.
Oh god. Austin's the only one who has who has more than him.
So after Eric.
Believe me, I'm not gonna be doing much.
You can tell about all the great value that you can save.
I think we're just missing Rick and Owen on initiative. Okay, Delacroix, you got 13, so that means you're before. Who else got 13? Myself. What's your dex, Marcus?
4.
So you go first, ahead of me. What's the dex of this? Yeah, so 1, 2, 3. We just need Rick.
On the side of Nathan asked me. The sniper's roughly about. He's roughly about, you'd say, 275 to 300 feet away at an elevation in a broken tower.
So,
Rick got a 14 with a 3 dex.
Sniper have a higher dex?
4.
Okay.
All right.
And I go right
so this should be the initiative. I just want to make sure I got everyone. Yeah, I got everyone.
All right, Isaac. You do so well.
All right. Is the good doctor close enough to me for me to go ahead and just bull rush the doctor and throw him into fucking cover?
Yeah.
Then I will do so. I'm gonna protect the fucking doctor. Yeah.
Austin, you have earned 1 hero point.
Damn it. I don't want hero points. Hero points are like, red flags. I've got 1 death flag. Damn it.
Technical foul.
The sniper immediately changes his bead, and you see him re-steady the gun. And who will he aim at now? I don't think he perceives as a threat. Fuck it. Hi, Richard. How's it going?
God damn.
We gotta take care of this guy anyway because we don't want him shooting the prisoners when we actually get.
Let's see how this one goes, kids.
Can I,
You have got to be fucking me.
what?
Is that good or bad?
9 dice.
No way.
9
Is he
dice.
boss?
No. He does succeed. It's just a reading.
Do what? Say again.
He got 1 success, the sniper.
1. Can I do all-seeing eye correspondence 1 reaction to reduce to nothing? Hopefully.
Not as a react. Oh, no, hang on. He does miss you. Sorry, I was doing cold shots for your head, and I didn't include the cold shot penalty in that particular roll. So yeah, the bullet just goes straight into you and embeds on the rock.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I know what I'm doing.
That
I
was
don't know what I'm
fucking
doing.
funny.
Oh my god.
Next up.
Me. I know what I'm doing. I am doing what I asked if I could do as a reaction. That's a 1, so that's 4. Mm-hmm. 4. Pound. Not very many dice, but maybe I'll get 1. Okay, I got 1 out of it. All right, so I have a reducing 1 success from attacks, and I'm ducking into cover to do this.
Okay. That is valid. Next person on the list.
Owen.
Owen Chan.
Oh, that's me?
Yeah, that's
Kill him,
you.
Owen. God damn it.
Hey, Evan, remember a long time ago I told you what Backshot did?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do.
Cool.
Let's roll that beautiful bean footage. I'll spend a willpower on this roll. My focus is my gun. I don't need it, but I don't care.
Cool.
Normally it'd be 7, so 6. Got 3 successes.
Okay.
So this is one of those weird ones where it comes from behind, and I reduced the. It's like range isn't an issue.
That's fine.
So whatever the from behind bonus is, I get it. I don't know what it is.
I think it's -2 to the diff.
So diff 5. And my second willpower point of the night. So 5 successes.
Roll your damage.
Okay. So this does 5. So the gun does 5 base. Did I get any carryover?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get the 4 carryover.
Okay, so 9. Six successes.
Oh dear. What you guys will
wait.
see.
I get 2 more dice because I shot him in the head.
Yeah, you do.
So 7 successes. My bad.
Okay. you guys will see him level his gun to kind of correct the trajectory. But he just kind of stops. Like, stops. And you see him kind of quirk his head to the side. At which point he drops the gun from his hands and slumps down before falling from the tower proper some 30 or 40 feet above the ground.
Okay, so he's dead.
I'm
Sniper
gonna
rifle would
scan-
be helpful.
I'm gonna scan around Evan with my form sight, and just to kind of see if there's any other living or material constructs around.
Fun fact, by the way, guys, this is important. He did not show up as living under your sights.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's concerning for Ash.
So,
Okay.
I will throw up spirit sight then.
Okay.
Spirit
I'm
prime
gonna-
sight. Yeah.
I'm gonna throw up mind sight.
By the way, can I
Are we out of
spend?
initiative or are we still on initiative?
No, it didn't have an aura. If you guys go to actually investigate, you will find laying there a smashed porcelain doll with red sand leaking from the back of its head.
Okay, that's freaky.
By the way, Evan, are we still in initiative, or can I use a quintessence to heal?
No, you're not in the initiative anymore.
Okay, so how much quint would I need to spend in order to heal up to undamaged?
How much quint do you have?
I actually have 9 because I used self-sacrifice. Oh
Wait.
fuck! Wait a minute.
You're dead.
Yeah, I actually am, because I had a lethal damage coming into the scene, which put me down to incapacitated though, because that would be 6, and on top of that would be down to incapacitated, right?
Yeah, you have. Yeah, when you get ag on
Pushes it down.
cap, you're dead.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, this has been a whole lot of nothing. I'm sorry to have bothered you guys then.
Am I currently holding a corpse?
Yes.
Probably are.
I'm gonna let go of the corpse.
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but like, damn.
I'm laughing as well.
Isaac's smart mark like work shirt is now covered in blood. The doctor's blood.
And you guys just lost your healer. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Well, this just got a whole lot
Extremes.
more deadly.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Actually, Evan, I would like to go ahead and perform a matter sight. I'm interested in that red sand. What is this red sand? After I roll it.
Evan.
By all means.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Austin.
No worries. I got 1 success.
I was looking to see if he dropped the sniper rifle.
Yes, you did, but as you pick it up, it is in fact a toy sniper rifle. Like, it should not work. It doesn't work.
Makes sense. Perfect sense.
Well, to answer your question, Nathan, for the record, can you please phrase questions to me verbally, because I don't generally read the side chat. To answer your question, does anyone here have time 3?
Oh no.
Let me check. Nope, I have time 2.
Anyone time 3? I think there's only one mage in the game was time 3.
I have time 1.
No, because you would actually have to reverse time.
Hmm. I guess no one has time.
No, wait, hang on. I thought that if you're dropped to incap On a health box that's ticked with lethal, you had a couple of second grace period.
If you have it lethal, you have a few minutes. But if it's ag, then you're
If it's
dead.
ag, then you're dead. Yeah.
No, but he wasn't dropped to incap via ag. He was dropped via lethal.
Okay. So
That's different.
So Mark, you
Mhm.
had one lethal coming into the scene.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I took 6 ag.
The way the hit boxes fill up, it pushes the top ranked thing up the tracks. Yeah, so in the event that you are dropped to incap via lethal, because that would be the one that gets pushed up as the ag boxes are ticked, he would
You're
still have a
right,
couple
Evan.
of second grace
You're
period.
right.
He has a few seconds. Somebody has to perform emergency care.
Because to be fair, then they healed him for like 3 ag.
Yeah.
So that would drop. Yeah, no, he is still alive.
Oh, yay!
Yeah.
Okay, well that's good.
Good to be honest.
So the doctor is still alive.
I am mauled currently, if I've corrected. Okay, sweet.
However, remember, you cannot regain the box of health that you spent for a blood offering, because that is pattern damage and can only be healed with time.
Yeah.
Important points are important. Okay, so yeah, as I said, you will see a marionette. Did you activate Prime Sight, or did you activate Matter Sight rather to look at the sand?
I went ahead and did Martyrs site, but I can go ahead and activate Prime site if I would find something more interesting.
Matter. It's basically, from what you can see, it would normally be a white sand. However, there's innate or inert non-living blood that has been mixed into the sand to give it the crimson color.
Very interesting. Can I go ahead and grab a baggie from my bag and take a sample of this?
Yes. As you touch the head, it will kind of move ever so slightly to the side, and you will see a large ruby, roughly the size of my thumb, implanted deep into the head where the brain should be.
Evan, what does this look like with Prime Sight?
That's a good question.
Nothing
I'm looking to. Oh,
It looks entirely inert at the moment, anyway. You
By
can
the way-
assume that's because when it was destroyed, the enchantment was broken.
Evan, I got 1 success on Mind Sight. Do I see any mines aside from our own?
No.
No? Okay.
Hey, Evan,
By the
Hang on, one at a time, please. Yes, Marcus.
can I use correspondence and matter to see if this has any connections to something else in our near vicinity?
Yes, you can.
and
I will be using my goon sensing ability.
goon.
Goon.
I will turn
all right,
off my
so
insight.
Evan, that leaves us back at my question that led me to think I was dead. Can I use some of my quint to heal up to the first level of lethal?
yeah, you can.
So 1 point of ag healed per quint spent, right?
Yep.
Yep. I will spend 3 quints and heal up to my 1 level of lethal.
That's fine. Okay.
I only got 1 success.
You feel basically as Isaac removes the. I assume, Isaac, you're removing the ruby to have a look at it.
That is a good assumption to make, yes.
All right, Isaac, you will see the fact that the ruby physically was cracked by the bullet which is embedded in it. As you remove it, Marcus, you will see the tendrils of quintessence. You will see the tendrils of correspondence and mind physically sever as the basically too damaged to sustain the link.
Question, Evan.
Mm-hmm.
Would I be able to take some of the sand too?
Yeah, there's quite a lot of it.
All right.
You might want to do that because they'll be able to track you with it.
Sand is already in my bag as long as with fragments of the ruby because this will pay my rent for a while.
Lad, no matter how you're hiding, if this is what they're using to make their soldiers then they have a way to track it. And if you're trying to hide and not be seen and be kind of invisible, they'll be able to track their own sand in.
Not be tracked or have a legitimate place to stay for a few nights. I like sleeping.
Okay, but
Fair statement.
they'll be able to track me too. So you're gonna dump it right now, or we're gonna have ourselves a problem.
Oh, we're gonna have a problem? Okay. No. Okay. For point of reference, which person is talking right now? You're a portrait right now on the Hangouts. I just want like a clear picture.
You have to scroll way up and click what he looks like. It's the gigantic thing there.
Okay. Fair enough. Would you consent to a quick streetwise roll in order for Isaac to go ahead and drop the ruby, but keep still a sample of the red sand? Sort of a sleight of hand that you can go ahead and counter with a quick alertness.
Yes, if you wish to do so.
I would love to.
On a side note, kids, I'm just gonna say this. My people labored under Pharaoh for 500 years. I'm pretty sure they'd rather not languish in captivity for a moment longer. Just saying.
Danielle's like kind of like tapping her foot by the door where we're supposed to go. Like,
I agree. Let's take
I'll
this
move
on the
on.
road.
Got 3 successes.
If you want to oppose that with a perk empathy check, Marcus, you can. Or perk a perk alertness, you can. I can English today.
What's the difficulty?
Standard.
3 successes.
3
Go for
successes?
defender.
Yeah, goes to defender. So, hang on. Yeah, so Austin, congratulations. You get some sand.
Thank you, and also thank you, Marcus, for the conflict. I enjoy this. Walking along.
In front of you guys, you will see a large building that appears to be somewhat less ruined than the other buildings that surround you. Off in the distance, you guys hear a fitful roaring sound through many, many throats. You hear a dark sound of carnage, is how I will phrase it. As entities, you hear a wet noise of bones being broken. It is very, very, very obvious to you, even from this distance. For those of you who have Prime Sight on, you see incredibly black Prime energy. It is incredibly negative, but oh my god, it's incredibly powerful.
I'm going to turn on Mind Sight once again, Evan, just in case we get a sight of this thing. I want to know if it has a mind.
That
It's
is not good.
It's quite far away from you.
Okay, so for now, I'll just leave it on until...
That's fine. You would assume it is the battle that's raging between the canticles and the entities in question proper. You guys will also see something really weird at this point, something that has absolutely no place being there. You will see this woman casually walking, like as if it is just an ordinary summer's day, walking down the road that you guys just came from.
I go for cover.
She appears to have absolutely no interest in you whatsoever.
You mean like every woman in Isaac's life?
Sad.
Can I make it a cold roll? Am I making a cold roll or some weird lore roll of weirdness?
You don't really have much to go off other than the tattoo on her head, the tattoo on her hand, which isn't really visible because her hand is by her side. She's very obviously of Eastern descent, though. And also, she doesn't appear under any sights whatsoever. It's like she's not there. But you can physically see her.
Is she alive? With can you see with life sight if she's alive?
Nope, she doesn't.
No,
She
no.
doesn't appear under any sight.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
She will just happily walk past you all if you don't stop to interject.
Who are you?
She kind of turns and she raises an eyebrow. And she says, "Can anyone here speak Japanese?"
I can.
I
Try to
can if I
translate.
roll that mind rope.
I have mine 3. I can try to translate.
Interesting. Why is it the basically if you want to translate? Interesting. Why is the Gaijin speaking to me?
Gaijin. Jesus.
I'll do a quick. What are my instruments here? What can I use? She'll just do some quick gestures with her hands. Kind of rub them along the side of her mouth and ears. Let's see. It would be I fail, so I don't get the translation.
Let me try then.
Help us, Obi-Wan can jinx. You're our only hope.
One
It's funny.
success.
You can always roll empathy, and know what she says. Fine.
Yeah, all right, I'll give it to you because it's funny. You basically get the gist of. She basically said, "Why are you talking to me, Gaijin?"
Assuming with this effect, I'll be able to hold a conversation. Am I right in assuming so?
Go on, you can attempt to.
Okay. Who are you?
Once again, why are the Gaijin assuming they can speak to me?
I mean, you know, disrespect. Where are you off to?
She will gesture over yonder at the huge pillar of black energy.
Battle.
She will say, I suppose since you have been reasonably polite, an introduction is... She will point to herself, and at this point, I think Marcus is going to flip his proverbial shit. She will point to herself, and she will say, Izanami.
Jinx will know.
If anyone would like to make an intelligence occult roll or a theology roll, they most certainly can.
Intelligence occult.
Yeah, I'll try that roll.
I will
Will-
come to the challenge.
Will my intelligence specialty apply?
I don't remember what it is.
Book learning.
Yeah, probably.
What's our diff?
Realistically, probably 6.
All right, 2 6.
Could I do a mage lore instead?
That's 4
No.
successes.
Oh, nope, then I can't make this roll.
No.
4 successes.
It will be a threshold of 2 successes because I don't want to have to split what you guys know to be different. Izanami, also known as Izanami no Kami, is the Japanese goddess of death.
Not only that,
Oh, okay. Ash is just gonna like politely bow and get on her knees. And
Eric's eyes widen.
You'll see her smile, and she'll say, However, I am not here officially today. Today I am just here to be a proud parent.
And is she speaking English?
She will switch to English because it's just easier.
She will speak. Danielle will speak and just respectfully say, "If I may ask, a parent to whom?"
Owen busts out laughing.
You find something amusing, Gaijin?
Yeah, I do.
What might that be?
I figured they wouldn't be able to pull this off without one of you lot pitching in a bit.
Well, today my son conjoined himself with my personal realm. We will see how long this place can stand.
Who's your son?
Instructions.
I do not
Now it makes
reward.
sense.
No, she will casually turn away and she will start to walk off, and she will say in response to Danielle's question, "I do not reward ignorance with answers."
Very well then.
But she will start to just simply walk, padding away towards the incredible dark. I will point out it's not infernal, because you guys have seen what infernal looks like. It is, however, very negatively balanced. You would say it is incredibly yin aspected energy that is pouring through the rift in front of you. Very far away at this point.
Evan, quick question. The rabbi is with us, yes?
Mm-hmm.
I was just going to go ahead and ask the rabbi, so, do you know where your people are? Because I have the assumption, on good evidence, that this whole place is going to get destroyed in a very quick amount of moments.
Yes, they're just in this building here, he'll say, denoting the large, squat stone building that's directly behind you.
I'm heading that way then, because Jesus Christ, this whole place is about to get swallowed up by some very, very dark being, and I don't want to be here. And I'm guessing the hostages want to be here when that happens either. I am very much worried to that mission.
Owen looks at all you guys and goes, "This is not a very good thing, just so you know."
Probably not. So let's get these hostages out of here.
Yes, Owen was there when certain things happened the last time this happened. It went bad. In front of you, by the way, you guys, as you're heading into the prison complex proper, you will see the light, the golden pillar of light has changed slightly. It's still there. However, it's much more concentrated and much smaller. It now looks like a single pinprick. However, that pinprick is so luminous, so bright, that it would be blinding to stare at it for too long. You would lose the sight in your eyes. It is now also contained entirely within the building in which it is sat. It is no longer punching into the heavens, as if it has been more concentrated, more tightly refined.
I don't know if that is a good thing or a bad thing, but let's hurry.
Let's move along.
All right. You guys will approach.
One thing before we do go, Owen. I mean, Evan. Owen will pull out like a switchblade, because he's got one, and he will carve a symbol in the side of the wall. It is a symbol that matches his arm, and then he will move on.
Okay. Coolio. You guys will step into the prison. The door is heavy and actually will probably require two of you to hoist it open and to push it in. You're immediately hit by the smell of stale air. This place clearly does not get frequented visitors. You are standing in a large circular room that in the center of which simply has a spiral staircase that goes down. Just large enough for one of you to walk abreast.
Isaac will take point again, without anybody asking, without anybody taking like point. He will take point. He will descend down. He is being the sneaky.
Owen walks to the edge of the staircase, and using matter one, he will attempt to figure out how this thing works. Is it a mechanism, or is it just stairs, like a trap or something?
Okay, you may do so.
Who's fastest?
It appears to just be an ordinary stairs. There aren't even any trip switches or entities like that to actually even signal or denote a trap.
Are there any secret passages at all in
Nope.
my immediate area? All right.
Nope.
Evan, can I have a Forces 1 effect? Basically, for 5, basically it's going to be, she's looking for vibrations. like any other people in here besides us. She wants to know where they're coming from. So
Yes.
one success
You're gonna
or
need
two
at least.
successes. Excuse me.
Okay, cool. Yep, you will be able to tell when a footfall happens in, we'll say, a 25-meter radius around you in a circle.
Gotcha.
All right.
All right. Ash is gonna go down the stairs after Isaac.
Right behind Ashley.
And I'll take point in the behind. That phrasing was bad, but you get the gist.
Yeah.
I was gonna let it go, but you know.
Yeah.
Hee.
I had to acknowledge that one.
Is it lit or dark down there?
There are torches ensconced on the wall, so it's not actually dark. Well, it's shadowy, but you can still see relatively well.
When you say torches, do you mean like burning fire torches or like little electrical ones?
Burning fire torches.
Can they be lifted out?
You may attempt to if you'd like.
Ash is gonna check one to see if she can lift it up.
Nope, they are nailed rather securely to the wall.
All right.
However, for those of you who have Prime sight up or Matter sight or Forces sight up, these will burn perpetually. They'll never run out of fuel.
That's very nice.
Nifty.
Gonna learn that trick later.
All right, you guys. Every step you take will echo. It's almost as if the echo has been enhanced so that it is very obvious that you are coming. You will twend and twist your way down into the deep, deep depths of this building.
Can we deaden the sound with forces?
You can if you'd like.
Well, it sounds like it's a security alarm, so.
Or it could just be a really old building.
Well, you said it was deliberately enhanced, which, like, really?
Well, not magically, as in the building itself has been built in order to create an echo. Don't know if you've ever been in buildings like that, but literally you can take steps on stairs and they can just reverberate around the room.
You know, once we get back to the real fucking world and we go ahead and look on some Google shit, we're gonna go ahead and find this fucking building. We're gonna find it's gonna have a rich history of invaders being gutted.
Yeah, fine, one success. Yeah, fine. Okay, carry on.
You will eventually, after about 10 minutes of descending, you will find yourself in a long corridor. There is a blazing crimson light at the end of the corridor, and you will hear voices.
Tell me that somebody goes ahead and stops Isaac before he
Stops
starts
Isaac.
advancing. Okay, thank you.
With the forces effect, how many vibrations are coming from the room?
4. There are more, however, but they are positioned around the room. You can only sense about half a dozen of those. You may assume, however, that you have found the actual prisoners of the prison.
Jinx will let everyone know that we found the prisoners. They're here.
She'll nod. She'll follow
Any defenders, guards?
She will say that there are, based off the vibrations, there's about 4.
The next thing you people will hear, the next thing you guys will hear is a blood-curdling, agonizing scream.
This is sprint mode. This is run mode from Isaac.
Yep.
Now.
Yep,
Sprinting. Sprinting.
Run.
I will take my time just in case I'm not shot in the head as soon as I burst through the door.
I'm willing to take the shot.
I mean, I'm last anyway, so it'll take me a while to even like rush in.
All right. When you guys enter the room, what you guys will see is pretty horrifying. You will see this figure as he's pictured here. On a side note, I really like this artist. I use their pictures for a number of my characters. Basically, he is standing at the center of, you must guess, 1,000 candles that flicker with black light. They are literally like, if you've ever seen Hocus Pocus, like the black flame candle. There are about 1,000 of them
Oh
in,
my
in a
god, my
concentric
childhood,
circle
Evan.
around him. I know, right? I know,
Oh
right?
my god, right in the childhood.
But basically, what you guys will see is strapped to a table in front of him, there was a woman who is the source of the screaming. You guys will see. Does anyone have spirit sight active?
I do.
Oh, you poor unfortunate baby. You
Yeah,
will
I
have
know.
to make a willpower roll when you see this.
Hooray!
You will see the fact that she is still alive as her soul is being extricated from her body.
Kind of
Do you also have
mad.
prime sight? Do you also have prime sight active?
Ash has
Yeah.
prime
I
sight.
do.
Okay. You guys will see him extract the faith, the true faith from the soul, tearing it out,
Oh my god.
basically tearing it free from the soul. At which point, as you look up, you see the fact that there is a huge concentric spire of energy that's raising up through a large hole in the ceiling that must go up several hundred meters. You can't actually see the top of it, it's obscured in the shadow. But he raises his hand up, and the energy from the faith is blasted upwards into this miasma, being carried along conduits of arcane portents and sigils. You become immediately aware as you see this. This is the source of the pinnacle of light. They're tearing the faith out of people and using it to fuel something.
Now
What was it?
That makes a lot of sense. That definitely makes a lot of sense. Of course, this joy that Isaac went ahead and felt so often ago would obviously be fraudulent or fake. In any
On a side-
case, is
On a
there
side
an
note,
opportunity?
Isaac, you now feel sad. You now it's replaced with sadness.
Oh, god damn it! That's also emotion. God damn it! Living soul, get the hell out of my body right now! I can't work with this.
And now I need
So
to
what was
roll-
the difficulty on the roll that I was given?
Oh,
On my
you have to
willpower
make a
check?
willpower roll because you saw something truly horrific.
I
It'll
did.
be willpower roll. It'll be willpower difficulty 7. Don't botch.
I got already made it. That is 1, 2, 3 successes.
Okay. You will see Jinx kind of collapse to her knees for a few, for a handful. Like I'm not gonna say she's sobbing, but there's definitely a look of horror that plays across her face. You do keep your mental sanity, however.
Hooray!
um,
No
I
more
remember-
derangements.
On the side note, I remember the last time I gave Jinx a flaw. It was extreme kink, and it was totally worth it.
Yes.
Oh, I remember that. I remember that.
Yep. It was good
All right.
times.
Evan.
Mhm.
So I succeeded the roll for short fuse to not completely lose it. Has this guy turned to acknowledge our presence yet?
He's not directly facing away from you. He doesn't appear. If he notices you're there, he doesn't appear to care.
I'll take this time to aim.
Okay. Does he have life signs?
Yes.
All right.
And to answer your question, no, he is not alone. He is surrounded by 4 of those marionette figures.
Oh,
Oh joy.
I wonder,
I would like-
he says, why it is that you've come here in order to stop the great work.
I'm just gonna go ahead and step away from the front of the group. He's gonna go ahead and take his bat out. He's gonna go ahead and try to enchant it to go ahead and be a much more formidable weapon than just a fucking bat?
Ashley will step forward.
I'm going to reply to him. For there is no difference between Jew and Gentile. The same Lord is Lord of all and richly blesses all who call on him.
It amuses me that you deign to quote scripture at me.
Also, you're... Oh, go ahead, Evan.
He will say, I have it on the authority of the Most High that these are his wishes, and that we will rekindle his faith in the birth screams of another.
Well, you're stealing other people's passion, so... And Ashley will crack her knuckles. So that means we've got to stop you. I'm sorry.
You are no match for me. Leave now, and bask in the radiance of it when it is done.
Just like
And
Pride
that's
says before the
initiative.
fall.
No thanks.
Sounds like
Sorry.
initiative.
Okay. You should watch how you let in your housemate.
Here, Evan, I got 2 successes to go ahead and enchant my baseball bat.
Na ag damage bat.
Yes! You know where I'm
Want me to
going
do the
with
initiative
this.
order again, Evan?
Cool. 1 moment. Let me just roll the initiative. I'm going to roll all the marionettes together. I'm going to roll his separately.
So we have an Eric, we have an Isaac, we have a Jinx, then we have Ashley, and we have a Daniela. Okay, so let's see what we got here. So after Isaac, it's Rupert. Oh, Jesus, so before anyone. Templar. Puppets 12. Oh, let's see here.
Gotta figure out how you make the puppets. That's way cool. Super fucking cool.
I'm gonna guess some amount of mind.
Okay, so what's the dex of the Templars and what's the dex of Isaac?
Isaac is a dex of 3.
The Templar dex is 4.
Okay.
Oh, did you mean the puppets? The puppets dex is also 4.
Okay. Yeah, I meant the puppets.
They also have a wits of like 1, so you're all golden.
Oh,
so
lordy.
do you think the puppets should go after Isaac?
No, they have higher dex, and dex is the default first.
Okay. So then the puppets.
This is gonna be fun.
And then
I
Jinx,
sense dead people.
Ashley,
I sense corpses. I sense a reroll in my future.
I think
Fine.
I think that's.
Don't worry, I got another concept after this one.
Yeah.
You know that song? You know that song where whatchamacallit, the woman goes ahead and sings about God just being just another dick on the train?
Focus, guys, focus.
That's that guy.
The Templar brings his sword up to his face, and he slashes downwards, at which point his sword appears in front of all of you simultaneously and will slash at you all at once.
Oh, God.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Egg. Beautiful, beautiful egg.
Oh no, not again.
Sorry, I would just like to point out for posterity, the phrase "beautiful, beautiful ag" will stay with me till the day I die.
What is that? Correspondence 3, matter 3.
Perry! Oh, God.
I was going to say, you may all opt to take a defensive action if you'd like.
Yeah.
Definitely a parry.
Can I snake step for my defensive action?
Yes.
Haha.
God damn it.
I'm dodging this shit.
For Anthony, because I have to roll these all. One at a time. So, Anthony, are you going to make a defensive action, or are you not?
I'm going to try. It'll fail, but I'll try.
I believe in you.
Yep.
So it's Dex Athletics.
Hang on, no. I'm doing this for each one of you at a time, so just bear with me. Okay,
sorry.
so Anthony, what is your dodge roll?
I'm doing it now.
Cool.
That was the wrong amount of dice. Everyone relax. I rolled 5d1s.
Quadruple botch. That could have been horrible.
I would have laughed and would have said, "This has been fun. This has been a fun ride."
I was getting excited there for a moment.
I got 2.
2 successes.
Yeah, no, he only got 2. You managed to dodge him.
Hooray!
Okay, Isaac, you're up.
All right, I got 3 for a parry.
Oh, he cut you. He cut you bad.
Oh, damn. How bad he cut me?
Let me see how bad he cut you. Chica, it's all good. Give me just a second. 1, 2, 3, 4. You only got 4 to be fair, so he didn't actually cut you that bad, but you know. Oh no, shit! Hang on, there were 2 1s at the end. No, you do in fact parry him.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome. Can you go? I know I'm being selfish right now. But you can go ahead and describe like a parry between a fucking bat and a sword.
Yeah, by all means. Basically what happens is the sword lances out at you and you kind of have an oh shit moment, at which point you raise the baseball bat. The sword kind of, as it's going to stab into your chest, you just kind of block it and the sword embeds itself in the baseball bat. You gotta have a wiggle moment. Like, ah!
That's exactly what I thought. Thank you, Evan. It's been immensely satisfying for me.
You're welcome. Ashley, you're up next. So, how many successes does he get?
2.
Oh no, oh Jesus, this time he cuts you bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, Nelly. How many successes did you get to counteract him?
2.
Okay, so that's 5 roll over. Oh, Nelly.
Oh boy.
Right down to the fat meat.
I mean, at least I have dice to roll so I can soak this.
I'm sorry.
Live in faith. Wow, all those dice, and he only does 4 damage.
All right. Oh, wait. That is...
Yeah, if we defend, then we lose that action for that turn.
Yeah, so it just goes to the next round.
Well, no, the marionettes still get their turn.
That's fair.
I soak all of it.
Okay. Marcus, you taking a defensive action, or are you going to let him stab you?
I'll take a defensive action.
Okay. 1. Oh no, he should take a defensive action. Jesus.
That does not sound good.
Dodge!
You could let him spend a willpower point to go ahead and negate his previously declared action if we're operating with those rules.
You can, in fact, do that as long as the action is a full defensive action. Finger guns. So, Marcus, let me know what your defensive action is when you roll it.
I'm going to move the hell out of the way with the dodgy, which is just the Dexy.
Richard, do you want to be added to the initiative? Are you caught up to what's going on? Because I know it seems like you popped out.
What's the difficulty on this?
Standard diff.
I'll spend a willpower
Catch
point.
me up to why there's a new fight.
I got 2.
Okay. Here comes a boatload of dice. He got like 8 successes. I feel bad for this. Please take 6 aggravated damage or soak it at your leisure.
Let me roll these 5 dice and see what happens.
Sorry guys, I'm back. My connection just fucked.
Yeah. Same happened to me on Hit the House. Put me on the next round under 9. Yeah.
Basically, what happened was, to answer the question, you guys found the fact that they were ripping the true faith out of people in order to power some kind of great ritual that they're doing, and you basically engaged the guy who was doing the ripping.
I soaked 3.
Okay, you take 2. All right. So next up is Mark. Mark, you gonna do full offensive, or what are you gonna do?
I am definitely going to do a full defensive, yeah.
Okay.
And I believe it was Dex Athletics, right?
You don't need to. He fails his attack roll.
Yay!
I'm just not rolling well today. He's got a dice pool of 9. Like, he's got a respectable dice pool. Nathan, you taking full defensive, or are you not?
I'm thinking not, because if we all defend, we just keep getting hit every turn, nothing happens. So I'm going to rely on my faith and my belief in my hermetic arts to protect me. I have Slipstream up.
Okay, how many points do you have in Slipstream?
3 points.
Okay, so that'll increase his difficulty to hit you by +3.
I also
I
also have a kinetic shield up as well, but he has to hit me first.
Yep, he does successfully manage to hit you. So
I have an 11-point kinetic shield. Take that.
That means you will get to roll an additional 11 dice of soak. Or
I thought it's 11 dice off his to hit roll. 11 successes off his hit.
I'm just gonna look at Marcus until Marcus tells me how that works. Marcus, tell me how that works.
When he put the shield up, did he talk to you about it?
It was Blue Book weeks ago.
That's not what I asked you.
He probably did. He mentioned it to me. I just cannot remember the particular specifics of it. I know that there are 2 ways of doing shields. I just can't remember what they are off the top of my head.
It's ablative and not ablative. Ablative means it has a pool of stuff it knocks off one by one, is what he's saying, which means he has 11 points basically to knock off of kinetic attacks, and that's if the ST allows it. Because, that's right, we don't do that in this game. But yeah, it's...
Oh no, we do. But to be fair, we do use the quirked physics rules. I just didn't know it was active.
Neither did I. So yeah, 11. So it's either it knocks it off or he adds it to soak. You're the GM, so it's either one.
Cool. In that case, what we'll do is we'll consider it to be a pool of successes that he has to hack through in order to physically get to you.
Okay.
That seems fair.
So does it diminish, or does it stay?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
It diminishes.
Right.
Think of it like a mind shield, but for physical attacks.
Yeah. Basically.
Okay. Cool.
Do I know how much it's gone down by?
I have yet to roll it, so give me just a moment.
Yeah.
Because he did get one hell of a schmack on it. 1, 2,
With the Slipstream.
Yeah, he got literally he got literally 9s to 10s on his roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, it will reduce your shield by 7 as he smashes into it, but it doesn't. It buckles, but it doesn't break. Next up is Walter. Walter, are you going to take a full defensive action, or are you going to try and weather it for the attack?
Let's see. Deciding if I should do the correspondence or get out the way. Let's see. That's 3. Okay. 5. And it's diff what?
To dodge, it's standard diff.
Six. 1. 2.
Okay, cool. You managed to dodge him.
Okay.
That was a terrible roll. And last but not least, Daniela.
I'll go for a. I'm actually gonna try and weather it. I changed my mind. I'm gonna soak it or dodge it. My bad.
Okay.
2 successes on my dodge.
He does manage to hit. Not great, but he does manage to hit.
All right.
And he will remove his damage, which is that. No, not 92 dice. God dang it. He only does 2 damage to poor Daniela. So can you
Alright.
soak it with anything?
Nope, unfortunately I can't. So
Okay. In that case, it's the next people in the initiative who go all the way down to Rupert, I believe.
Okay.
Yep.
Right, can I just set up a bit of narration about the room? What do I see? Did you say there was a large light or fire in the room?
There's about 1,000 candles that he's standing in the center of. And the room itself is surrounded by cells that have basically, you can see from here, are guarded against all kinds of enchantments, so their mystical prisoners cannot actively escape or cast any magics outside of the building. He's kind of standing in a low ebb, so there's a number of stone steps that you guys are standing on that lead down to where he's standing in the center of the candles, where there's basically a table that's been set up that the prisoners are having their essence tore from them while they lay upon. There are 4 of those marionettes that are standing around the room who are going to defend their master, and yeah, that's pretty much the entirety of the room.
Right. I've precast the psychic spiritism rope pyrokinesis, so I can control fire by willpower rolls alone. I'm going to control that 1,000 candles to convert fire to converge on him.
Do you have spirit?
No, it's a prime and forces effect.
Yes, but I'm pointing out that those candles are made of ephemeral spiritual flame.
Oh, so they don't come in the forces sphere.
No, however, there are torches around the room if you'd like to attempt to douse him with those mundane flames.
Yes, let's do that. I'm a flambeau. We should throw fire at him. That's what flambeau do.
Fire solves all of life.
Excuse me.
Okay, so I believe that's a willpower roll because I'm not an arete roll because I'm a psychokinetic. Is it current or max willpower?
I think it's current.
Boo.
I thought when it comes to willpower stuff, you always roll your permanent, but that's up to.
I thought it was with magic you rolled your. Yeah, you can roll your permanent.
Okay.
It's up to Evan.
I believe that is what's the diff?
It's the blah, 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 blah. Because I'm trying to think about this, because I've never actually had this rolled as an effect before, because you don't normally weaponize things like this. So it'll have to be the same difficulty as the actual forces effect to do it, which would be 7 here. And you can't really lower the difficulty of it.
Okay. Just one moment to think if there's anything more cleverer to do.
You could just use base forces to smash him with it.
Yeah, no, I was liking the rolling 8 dice thing rather than not.
Yeah, but even then, you'd still probably only do 1 level of aggravated damage per success, whereas and even then that would be dice of damage, whereas if you did an actual forces effect, it would be levels of damage and based on your successes.
Okay, no question. I have Prime Sight up. Is his sword active under Prime Sight?
It has a primal signature in the sense that it's doing aggravated damage. It's been enhanced like that, but it's not a wonder or anything.
Okay. Okay, let's just blow up with forces. Let's stop overthinking it.
Cool.
I'm casting basic forces 3, forces attack, spend willpower.
Okay, that would be difficulty 4 in that case, because it's difficulty 3 here, plus 3 is 6. So difficulty becomes difficulty 4, and you spent a willpower.
Okay. Oh, 3 plus 1 is 4 successes, is plus 1 extra for forces is 10 levels of damage.
Okay, that's actually not how it works.
Okay.
How it works is, because I actually had to get this explained to me the other day, forces does not add an extra level to its own damage. What it does is it adds 1 extra level of damage. So in the sense that if you do 8 levels of damage, you actually do 9, not 10.
Okay, different how I've always seen it before, but okay. So that's okay. That's 9 levels then.
Okay, this is where it gets.
I believe the phrase we're looking for is Kriorignem.
I was going to go with burn, baby, burn. It's going Latin.
Or
enough
Avada
of the crowd.
I have to roll his soak. 1 moment. Okay, you start to immolate him. You see his flesh start to drip from his face. You see his fine clothing start to burn and char. He is in, you would assume, excruciating pain. However, he simply smiles and continues his assault. You did definitely hit him, and you were definitely doing damage to him.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got a good soak, so yes. Okay. Hey, I've done my bit.
And Evan, I just looked at the forces page. It says it does an additional success of damage, not level.
Thank you. That's how I've always done it.
No. An additional success, because it counts it as levels. So an additional success is an additional success is an additional success on
it refers to the damage or duration chart for that.
Does it? I'm going to look at Marcus then and scowl.
Page 515.
It says that you get 1 extra die, is all it says.
It says success of damage.
Yes, so one success. That's 1.
No, it's times 2.
Moving on. Damage
Anyway,
was
go ahead.
done. Action was resolved.
Want to make that clear? Fair enough.
Also, just a point of clarification, if you want to discuss a rule, wait till the end of the scene. This way you don't. So it's disrespectful to the ST. Trust his judgment.
I like this logic. All right, so I believe Daniela, you also have an action in this.
No,
situation.
Well.
Oh no, you don't.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, marionettes. Go do marionette things. All right. So who's getting a marionette?
Me.
Nathan is most assuredly getting a marionette. Austin is going to get a marionette. Rashida is getting a marionette, and Marcus is getting a marionette.
Yay!
Already got a prepared action for more dodging. I made the full defensive. I can add my dodge to this roll. Yay!
Okay. Nathan, do you have the ability to soak lethal damage? Well, I suppose it'll come off your shield, wouldn't it?
First I've got Slipstream, then I've got the shield, and then I'm wearing a leather jacket for 1 point of armor.
Yeah, no, I know that. I counted in the Slipstream. Your Slipstream will take an additional 1, 2, 3, 4. Will take an additional 4 points of battering.
Shield. Okay, the shield is now down, but it does take that.
Okay, cool. Next, we're going to have whatchamacallit. Next, we're going to have the one that is our darling Isaac. We love him, actually. On you that would affect the difficulty of the hit roll on you.
There is no active effect on me. You can go ahead and roll it at standard. I'm just parrying. I got 2 successes on the parry. So the baseball bat, still being a baseball bat, still flinging wildly.
Well, no, because I was going to say, because you actually blocked this attack, so you made a full defensive action this instance. So yeah.
Nice.
So unfortunately, you do not get to parry again.
Oh, okay, I don't. Okay, fair enough. In that case, I have to go ahead and tell you that before the scene, I rolled for an armor on this jacket. matter to prime to effect at
Okay.
15 effect. So you do what you want
Okay.
with that.
In that case, please soak me 4 lethal damage.
Okay. 4 lethal. It's 15 to soak, right? Because I had the 15 rating. Okay.
Correct.
Just want to make sure. Just want to make sure. Got 6? Yeah.
Yep, you will soak it all. Pew 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 pew.
I'll remember that for next time. Thank you.
No worries. Next is Rashida.
Yep, gonna brace myself to soak this damage.
Oh dear, that is much successes. Okay, let's see how this one goes. Seven lethal.
Okay.
That is what we call the shankening.
I soak 4.
Okay, so you take 3 lethal. You will see the marionettes. What they do is they dance towards you with elongated knife-like fingers that slash and tear at you, and they continue this weird dancing perpetual motion as they slash and tear. I believe the last one I said would be Martyrs, so we will do that. Do. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's another really good hit. They will then roll their damage, which is going to be that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. All right, Marcus, take 7 lethal damage, or soak it. You can soak it. I have faith in you. Motherfucking dancing marionettes of death.
Gotta figure out how you did it. Gotta recreate it.
It's a fucking staple, man. Fucking staple.
I go down.
Are you dead or do you just go down?
I took 3 already. How much is it? And I didn't soak shit. So how much damage do I take?
1 second. You soaked 2. Hang on, I just have to calculate the damage again. It wasn't actually 7. I got that slightly wrong. It was only 5. I miscounted. So I actually I was doubling my own 10s when I shouldn't have. So that would be 5. You soaked 2, which will bring it. No, you're still up. You only take 3, so you're barely on your feet, but you're still on your feet.
Cool.
All right. It now goes back to Meltface McGee's turn.
Okay, Evan, sorry, quick thing. Do the marionettes show up at the mine site? Do they have mines?
No, their mines are linked to his.
Okay. Can I see if he's got a mine shield up?
I mean,
With mine site.
Assuredly, yes.
Add you on the strength at a glance.
15 or so.
Okay. Boo.
Ooh. I know what you're trying to do. Instead of attacking him directly, why don't you just attack the connection?
Anyway, his turn. But yeah, okay. Thank you. I just needed that painted in.
No worries. He turns to Rupert, and you see his face is melting from the fire, and he says, "And I shall show you the pathway to perdition." And you see the black flame, because he does have the spirit to do this, from the candles gout up around him as he fires it. And we're going to see how many people he fires it at.
Oh, golly.
Hooray!
Hooray!
Anthony, you're probably the one most excited about this, but I'm right behind you.
No, I just think like seeing damage on people's hilarious.
Okay. Would one person, because I'm only going to let one person do it realistically, would one person like to spend their action counterspelling him?
I'll do it.
Yeah, no, I'll do it.
Only one person?
Only one person. Because if I
Okay.
let multiple people counterspell it, gets fucking stupid.
Who has the biggest?
Me.
That would be.
Best read? Okay.
Yeah, Rupert has 4.
No, I have 5 because my Truth Faith adds the counter magic.
It does, you know.
Woohoo! Go, Rupert!
Now, please don't roll
Okay.
badly, or we all.
Roll your bones. It's difficulty 7. Magic is always
I
difficulty 7.
spend willpower.
Okay. Please keep count of your willpower expenditures.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
Wow,
The
sweet.
Lord is my armor, the sword for the fight. He is my true. I forgot the words, but yes. But you get the idea. The Lord
will
is my armor denies your black arts.
You will see the black flame wash over Rupert. However, then in a brilliant flash of golden light, the flames start to lick around the outside of it before they're pushed back. The figure standing in the center of the candles snarls a bestial snarl. And it is then the next person in the initiative. It's Eric.
Eric will try to make his way over to the woman on the table to see if he can save her.
Oh, she is very dead.
She is not just clinging on; she is actually dead.
She is very dead. She had her very essence shredded in front of you guys.
Oh yeah, I just thought that he was doing it and that we interrupted him, so he didn't complete it. Okay.
No, he completed it by the time you guys arrived.
Okay. See, I don't have any offensive things to do.
Well, you do. You can use life to cause direct aggravated damage to someone's pattern.
That's true. But the thing is, damn it. I will. Who here is worst hurt?
Marcus.
Marcus. I will go over to Marcus and try to heal him.
Cool. It is primarily lethal he is suffering from, so you will not need to spend quintessence.
And awesomeness. I will roll my Arete in just a second. And I get a success.
You will need more than one success to kick off the effect, however, so we will move on. Next is
Puppetto.
After Eric, I think it's the puppets.
Puppets.
Okay. Hi, puppets.
Hello.
The puppets continue to dance, so they're not going to hit the same targets that they hit last time. So this time they're going to go for Jinx. They're going to go for Eric. They're going to go for Richard, and they're going to go for. Was there one left over?
I don't know.
They'll go for. They'll go for fucking. I don't know. I'll do eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Go for Isaac. Go for Isaac.
They're not going to go for. They're going to go for Ashley again. They don't like Ashley.
Well, yeah, Ashley's mouthy.
Almost like
All right, so Jinx, 1 second. Are you going to try and dodge the thing that's about to try and stab you?
I'm gonna try to soak it.
Okay. People being ballsy in here tonight, son. All right, so that's going to be.
Just a 5 success kinetic shield, so just.
All right, so that's going to be 4 successes to hit you. He will roll his damage. That's only 3 successes for damage, which will eat through the kinetic shield, leaving you 1 success. The next one's going to be against Ashley, because Ashley is mouthy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ouch. Are you going to attempt to dodge, or are you going to attempt to tank?
We're gonna soak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mark, a suggestion. You might want to like cast the life effect on a hypodermic needle, and just start jamming it in the back of people, just so you get the life effect on. Yes.
Yeah, you can do that.
If you've got matter, you can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I do not soak any of that.
Ow.
Oh,
Well, in that
shit.
case.
How many successes did you say, Evan?
I think she may be dead.
Oh,
You
no.
said 4, right?
No. They had 4 successes to hit you. They have 8 successes on damage.
Oh boy. Okay, that
I'm
is.
coming, Abigail.
How much matter would I need to do that, by the way?
2.
Okay, sweet. I have that.
Hang on, give me just a second. Yeah, because were you carrying damage already?
Yeah, I had 3 lethal already.
Oh no.
Oh,
I'm
dear.
coming, Abigail. I'm coming.
This is a new character, Heather. I'm sorry, but yeah,
Oh,
she will
Yeah.
gout out her life. She will gout out her life's blood on the floor.
Damn.
Wow. That was fun.
It was. I'm not gonna lie. So hang on, because I feel like I should explain. He got 4 successes on the
To
attack
hit.
roll
Right.
to hit. Yeah. He then had 12 dice worth of damage. He got a 6, a 9. He got a 9, a 6, a 9, a 10, an 8, a 6, and an 8.
Might I make a suggestion?
You may, in fact.
The last time my character shuffled off his mortal coil, I wasted my chance to have a wild magic session.
She can indeed death strike if she wishes.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to Death Strike.
What would you like your declared death strike to be?
Give me just a second.
I did make a ruling previously when it came to death striking that you could not basically win a combat with a death strike. However, you could use it to influence the combat. So you can't basically go like kill all the enemies.
I'm looking over my magic here.
You could heal everybody's damage.
I think that's what I want to try to do. Have my death strike be a burst of life energy to heal my comrades.
All right. All of you will immediately heal all damage you have suffered. All of your willpowers will immediately refresh. All of your quintessence pools will immediately refresh. If you are currently suffering from a derangement, you will no longer suffer from the derangement for the duration of this scene and the next scene, as the healing energies wash over you.
Oh.
Neat.
does this also apply to my pattern damage?
You know what? Yes, because it's a special thing, it will do.
Yay.
But you will see the marionette dance forward as Ashley bravely stands there, thinking that she will strike, or thinking that there will be a strike. It does indeed strike. However, the blade, she attempts to take the blade. However, it slips through her throat. There's a gag, a buck, before the body falls limp and lifeless on the ground. All right. If it helps, Heather, I am very sorry.
It's okay, dude.
Awesome. Who else did I say had a marionette now? I know Walter had one, and did Eric have the other?
Yes.
I had the other one.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
'cause it already rolled for you and didn't succeed.
Yeah.
So yes, it's now to Eric. One. Nope, it completely fails to hit Eric. Those
Yay!
ones though. And to hit Richard, it's another entire failure. Okay, Richard lives a charmed life. That is all I choose to say on this matter. Next, we have Isaac.
Isaac needs to go ahead and have some type of like revenge moment on the puppet that downed his friend.
Okay, punch it. Hit it with a hammer, or hit it with a baseball bat.
Absolutely. Can I spend a willpower on the attack roll?
Yes, you can.
All right, cool. I will do so. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Let me roll that beautiful bean footage.
Bean footage.
All right. 5 successes. I believe that means I roll strength plus successes, which means I got 7 damage coming to this damn thing.
Okay, roll your bones.
Successes.
Okay, 3 successes. Did you say?
Yep.
And it's aggravated damage, isn't it?
Yep.
You smash the thing and you cause the crystal or the porcelain face to crack, and you start to see the red sand pouring through, but it's still coming at you.
Of course. And with a scream, not her, anybody but her.
All right, Jinx, you're up next because Rupert spent his turn counter-magicking.
I will aim for the dude's head. Headshot. That is that plus that plus the aim. Plus 2. 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 plus 4 is... Here's a question for you. Are you guys taking the rule, the optionary rule, that if you aim at, you add your perception dice to your firearms? Are you guys doing that or no?
Aiming is an action, so you would have to actually aim for the turn in order to do it.
I've seen it a different way, so okay. So that is... two.
Okay, roll your damage.
So that is 9. 9 plus 9, 5. 9 plus 5 is 13. 14. 15. 1, 2, 3, 4. For aggravated damage.
4 ag?
The head.
Okay. Let me roll his. Okay. What you guys will see is you'll see him hissing at Gallo before a shot rings out, cracking him in the skull, knocking him backwards into the candles. He doesn't ignite or anything melodramatic. However, he does crush several of them under his weight, and he will lie there still. You can tell he's still alive, but barely. At which point the marionettes will immediately fall.
Next up.
Yep. Are we out of initiative then, or?
Yes.
In that
This
case,
will not stop Isaac from smashing his freaking back into the skull of these puppets.
Eric will Eric has just seen one of his comrades die in front of him, and he is not the same Eric as he was going into this portal. So he will, with a new look of determination, and a grim one, he will head over to the guy, and he will do something he had never thought he would.
Yes, kill me. You see him smiling, saying, "Yes, kill me."
Eric, don't.
Stop. What? Wait. Stop.
This combat's over. See to the prisoners.
That was an order.
He stops for a
Your
moment.
friend is dead because you failed her.
He looked at. By the way, he would remember this. What were the orders exactly? We were not to kill them, but were we to?
No, you were not to kill them if they surrendered. He hasn't surrendered.
Exactly. So he looks at him and says, "I'm not gonna kill you. I'm gonna do something else." And then he gives him a kind of evil smile. And with life 3, matter 2, would it be possible for him to make sure that he doesn't die, but to break his spine in such a way that he wished he would have?
Ooh.
Basically paralyzed him from the neck down.
Ouch.
Well then.
That's might be doable, actually.
Well,
Oh yeah, you can do it.
quite a mundane medical skill, frankly, in your case.
Well, I mean, my medical skill would be able to do it, but then I would need a scalpel and cut the right place and something like that. But I mean,
all you have was but time. Like,
Well,
but
we're
now I
putting
think
prisoners. You could do your doctor thing.
I can't reasonably stop you.
I mean, we
For the
would
record,
not.
for an important note, Eric, he is dying. Like, he is actively slipping away.
But can I?
But he will look up at you and he'll smile and he will say, "It makes no difference. Her awakening will wash you all away.
Okay.
All will be washed away."
Can I want? Okay. First of all, the orders were to not kill them if they surrendered, and this guy clearly hasn't surrendered, right?
Correct.
Good. In that case, I want to heal him so he doesn't die, and then I want to do the other thing.
You know that if you heal him, he will act to destroy you.
Oh my God.
Okay, can I do the other thing first, and then make sure he doesn't die?
He suffered. You've suffered so much trauma that snapping his spine will kill him.
Doctor, remember your oath.
And the thing is,
Daniela will focus on unweaving the enchantments of the cells to free
I will
the
help Daniela.
Daniela, there's not a hope. Each one of those cells has 50 plus successes into them. You need the key.
Okay.
Okay, I'll find the key.
Hours otherwise.
Let's go find the key. Doctor does doctor.
Hang on. Okay, everyone shut up. Thank you. Sorry, you're all talking at once. So, Mark, what were you saying?
Yeah, as Rupert says that, Eric gives him a cold glare, then clenches his fist and sighs before he turns away, looks at him and says, "Damn you, why did you have to remind me?"
Because it was the right thing to do, and you know it.
He heads away from the guy and tries to see if there's anyone he can help.
And Doctor, because the thing he wants most at this point is a martyr's death.
I wasn't gonna kill him, he says.
Don't go down that path. It doesn't lead to a good place for you.
You will see him lay back, and I will point out, you will see the last of his life start to ebb from him. Guys, does anyone have time sight activated?
Oh boy.
I don't.
Nope.
No, prime sight, but not time.
Yeah, okay, well, when he dies, when you actually see him expire, you will see an event from him immediately trigger.
Oh
He
lordy.
had something triggered to go in the event of his death.
Of course he did.
You guys will see the words on the cells, boom, 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 immediately shatter. As they do so instantly, because I know all of you are going to say, I tried to do this in the time. My response is, this happens instantly. You will see all of the energy from the bodies inside the cells with an incredibly violent effect be torn out of them. Life, energy, their souls, their faith, everything is ripped from them in this cascade of energy. At which point you will see a huge blending above you, a huge cavalcade of immortalized energy that consists of chunks of life, soul, faith, and avatar converging and being torn apart and ripped asunder into energy above you. The last words you'll hear him say before his eyes close are simply this: "She will awaken early, but she is coming."
Isaac's gonna go ahead and turn towards Jinx. Run? Question
Yeah.
mark?
We're running.
Run. Running.
All right. You guys will tear through the building as you see this great wave of energy, this orb of near supreme light, cascade its way up into the tower At which point the building itself seems to shake and shudder all around you, seems to quake and quibble. All the stones shudder as if rocked by the birth screams of a god. You will run out into the light of the umbral sky before you see that pinnacle of light pressed together as if only about the size of a coin, only about the size of a dime, before it explodes outwards in a light pattern that rips apart all darkness before it. It banishes the great sea of night that had otherwise spread across the battlefields to the south of you. That great figure of shadow eradicated in a moment. And then you see under your primal senses within the tower proper a being of pure, concentrated faith. And on that note, we will end our scene. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another scene of Darkness in Dublin. Tune in tomorrow for the exciting conclusion.